My name is Mark Miller, founder of American Association for Lst Children. American Association for Lst Children is an awesome, one-of-a-kind, and unique charity that finds and rescues missing children operating on tax-deductible donations.
We're heading out on a missing child rescue mission. This child was abducted from Mississippi, we believe. This little boy is in Chicago.
The child's missing. His name is Thaddeus Evans, the sweetest little boy. And we're going to reunite him with his mother, and I just can't wait. The feeling, I can't even describe it.
My name is Frida Heil. I'm from Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and I became a part of the charity, one of the volunteers, approximately about a year ago.
We're ready to make our way through the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
We have an easy pass.
And we have an easy pass.
Woohoo!
And it makes it easy.
Our trip from Latrobe, Pennsylvania, which is near Pittsburgh, to Chicago was awesome. We had a wonderful time driving, and we had no problems.
There was just a lot of energy, a lot of positive feelings. It was just the focus of knowing that we were going to get that little boy back with his mother.
We're at Midway Airport. We're going in and we're ready to meet Amy.
Amy is a wonderful person.
Hey, Amy! Hold on!
I went to South Korea, rescued a missing child, and they made a movie of that story. She saw that and wrote to us and wanted to get involved, and that's awesome.
Having the background in criminology and justice made her perfect, and her personality is perfect.
So did you ever think you'd be going on a case this? No. And you're the asset to coordinating all these people.
Nicole is the mother of Thaddeus Evans and Nicole Bradshaw. And we were going out to the parking lot to meet her. We actually were starting to feel a little bit tired and thought we could sleep, but then we got the phone call that Nicole and Julian and Kamika, her sister and brother-in-law, had already made good time from Mississippi and were already at the hotel.
So you've dreamed about this day?
Yes.
All right, and you believe it's going to happen?
I believe so.
After we met, we went back to, we all crammed in the same hotel room, and which was about 4 in the morning, and tried to relax for about an hour before we got up to go do surveillance.
I talked to the state's attorney. They sent me to the victim services, and they sent me to the felony department, where I got led to a detective.
We were explaining to Nicole what we planned on doing that morning. We were planning on going by one of the addresses and doing surveillance there.
I'm very excited to get my nephew back.
Oh, amen.
He's been
Amen.
gone too long.
Oh, I'm happy she's getting him back as well. I haven't seen him in a long time myself. I just remember his little cute smile. That's all I can remember about him. But,
That gas is cheap.
Well, Nicole, I believe, worked with somebody that was a friend of her ex. And little by little, he would give tidbits of information that Nicole was putting together to try to find out which address, or first of all where he was located at, and then maybe an address of where he was.
Look how bad this place is.
They're all boarded up.
Now this place, Amy, you were warned by others that we need to maybe have a bulletproof press.
This is not the area to be in without law enforcement.
The private investigator said, you don't go into those areas without, we don't go in without a bulletproof vest during the day.
So Amy, what's been happening here this morning?
Well, we surveyed from about 7:15 till now it's 8:45. We're looking at this probably being the location from everything we've gathered so far. We're going to probably regroup, talk to the local PD, and go from there about coming back.
In this movement, we didn't see anybody coming out of that house, which is the house we believe is theirs. So right now, this, like Amy said, we're going to head back, talk to Nicole, and go from there.
We went by the one address in the morning, which was Harvey, Illinois. We didn't have a feeling after the surveillance that he was there, so we thought we'd check out the second address.
You're excited, huh? It's been how long? It'll be 2 years?
4th of July.
4th of July. Will let this be a
21 months.
big fireworks celebration today.
The second address was in the 5th District of Chicago. It's a very dangerous area, and a lot of places are abandoned.
You want to try to stay cool and observe, Nicole, but just stay kind of cool. It's on the left, right?
I think that's it. That's the location.
That's it.
Amy got out of the vehicle with Julian, and they did a pretext to determine from the neighbors if anybody lived there, and they were just walking through the streets.
What we decided to do was go the other direction and to walk past the guy that we actually made the point to come out and sit on his porch. Well, in the middle of that, a lady came out and walked through us, and even with our highs, she was stone cold.
When Amy and Julian were walking through the neighborhood, people were a little suspicious because of the illegal activity that the people were doing in that neighborhood. It didn't look like they lived there. The place was pretty much vacant, as we thought, and as we were driving around doing surveillance, we're believing they couldn't be living here. After we went by the first address, we decided that we're just going to go to the police and see if they can assist us in possibly talking to the neighbors with being discreet about it, and maybe possibly even going to that address and seeing if the child is there.
Amy had connected with the police a day or two ago.
When they went by the address and talked to the neighbors and whatever, they come back and they were 100% convinced that they were not at that address. We were a little disappointed, but thankful that they did help.
No, we're gonna look through Google Earth to see if we can get an actual view of the back door of the grandmother's house.
We were kind of ruling out the area that they have they're not at the abandoned house. So that we thought, let's go to his parents' address. Maybe they might show up. There's a slight chance they could be living there.
Mark had suggested that since Amy and I had both been runners that we run, to go ahead and get out of the vehicle and just, two friends, two women jogging together would look less suspicious.
At a certain point, we kind of realized, we didn't have the feeling, and watching the place, that he's not there either. I was suggesting to Nicole, if there was hit one of his exes that you might have rapport with, and that possibly, you could small talk and see if we could pick up information. So she called his ex, and she gave him some information that led us back to the address we thought was a vacant and the condemned area.
Eyes looking around and watching both houses, and right next to each other. There are lights on. That's what we're trying to focus on. No lights.
The ex was saying that he's living at that address that was abandoned, and we're thinking, no, that area of town.
They are not at that house. There's a light on in the basement.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
And there's 2 cars.
There's 2 cars in the back, too.
And sure enough, there was a light on in the basement. And then we noticed another light possibly in the hallway that kind of reflected a little bit upstairs.
That's weird. They don't have any light just in the basement. How would they? You think that?
There's a light on at the top.
Oh, yeah, there's lights. There's lights. There's lights on in the main floor. From the side, someone is staying there.
That's what I wanted to hear.
So with that in mind, we believed that this was the right place. And so then we went back to the hotel, regrouped, and first thing in the morning went to the local police, the 5th District of Chicago.
Hey, this is Saturday morning. We had a long night, but we got some rest.
We get up very early, and we're going to head to the Chicago 5th District Police Department, who has jurisdiction over that address.
We were just all so excited. We have 3 undercover detectives and 2 uniformed officers that have gone out. Hi, Nicole. How you feeling?
Nervous.
Are you?
Yes.
I can just imagine. I think it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I'm praying.
Yes. So how are we feeling over here?
I'm excited.
I bet you are. We're not sending you home without that little angel. We've come too far, haven't we?
If they don't answer the door, they stay hidden. They can sneak out later on that day when the police aren't around, but we're believing that we're going to get this child back, and we're excited.
So we're just sitting here waiting in anticipation, but we all have a very good feeling.
Here's Thaddeus. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, here's Nicole and Thaddeus.
When I saw Thaddeus reuniting with his mother, at first, I think there was confusion because he hadn't seen his mom for a while. But I remember Mark saying that it was just going to be a transition.
At first, Thaddeus was a little reluctant to go, but that seems to be the norm on a lot of cases. They're brainwashed, they're told a lot of lies, obviously, and the child is scared. A lot of times it takes maybe, believe it or not, just a short period of time, and sure enough, they turn around and they're just elated to go back with the searching parent. And then they open up and start explaining some of the stories and abuse.
Do you remember our birthday party? On the middle. My daddy had another car.
Yeah, another car.
Yeah.
Hey, Thaddeus. Well, I'm filming you because you're going to be a movie star. You have the greatest smile. Aw, yay! Woo! Oh, okay. You want to put your hands down, okay? So I want to see that smile.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, you're cute.
Hi, there's our movie star.
Yes.
You're awesome. Okay, show me that little dance step you had. Oh, you're good. Yes, you are.
It's such a joy. I've been doing this over 20 years and I still feel the same joy and maybe even more. It's a feeling that you know that you have rescued a missing child out of an abusive situation.
Just to watch this unfold, just to see that little boy sitting on his mother's lap, and just for her to be looking at him and disbelief that this was all happening, it was life-changing.